Yeah. I took a little break. I knew one of these days I was gonna come back. Just whenever I felt the need to come back. Can't go for too long, unfortunately. They won't let me go for too long, but they let me take a few days off. Sometimes I remember one time I took 11 days off. I'm like, God damn, that's too long. Because doing these is just a testament to stay connected to the divine. So just think when the times I'm not on, you're really fighting to be aligned sometimes. So it makes sense to do it when you have the divine downloads. It makes no sense to wait. So when I get them, I'll pump them out. And I put that picture on there for people that click it. It ain't really nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it, homie. It's really nothing to it. But you see the title of the video. It's like you always gonna have somebody trying to dig in your business and stop anything that you got going for yourself. But you know how people say they can sense things. Well, they just sense somehow, some way for the divine ones. You're not gonna be where you've been. They just know it. They ain't gotta know too much details, but just that knowing and knowing how much energy they put and trying to take you down, take you out, bro, it bothers them because they're not gonna ever face the facts. They're gonna say you got lucky, or we just gotta do it again one of these days. These type of people that guy from Phineas and Ferb, Pewterschmidt, not Pewterschmidt. That dude, the scientist, is like they're gonna keep trying. They got insanity. They're gonna keep trying. These people are crazy and possessed. So I understand. They're not gonna stop until they drop. That's what I got. They won't stop until they drop. So I understand. Even when you made it far in life, they're still just but with the pulse of their body, they gonna always try to take you down, bro. Some people just that's what they were bred, bro. They were bred to try to take you down, bro. I promise you. You got people out here that were bred to take some of us down, bro. They literally built bloodlines for this moment, for when you have reincarnated, incarnated, whichever the two. They have bred nemesis for your true bloodline and for what you come to be on this plane, bro. So you got people that'll never stop. You got to remember that. You got some people that'll never stop. So you really can't be focused on them, bro, because you know you're protected from our divine ones, bro. You know you're protected because you stay tapped in and you do what you gotta do, bro. You know that ain't gonna bother you. Just know that though. You're always gonna have people in the back end trying their best, bro. So you might hear things through the grapevine, but don't act like that's gonna get you, bro, because you are aligned. When you stay aligned and you do what you do, you may not be perfect, but you are faithful and you will never. You just always in that energy, like yo, I'm never giving this stuff up. A lot of people, bro, they they get put in these type of situations and they end up going to the dark and selling their soul sometimes. And certain things that we go through is honestly a testament to how divine you are because you got to think some people in different shoes, different timelines, but there's certain things in your life, bro, that you find yourself in. 90% of people that would have win that situation would have sold their soul, would have gave up. They either would have sold their soul or gave up. Just for the simple fact that hey, I'm gonna keep pressing, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm numb to this shit, bro. You actually did what only a few would do, bro. Especially how you operate. Sometimes you just gotta see yourself operate outside of how you operate. You don't know. That's some genius stuff, bro. That's some genius stuff. You just gotta peep it. You just gotta remember these people through the kitchen sink, all that, and it ain't break you. It didn't break your armor, bro. It didn't break your armor. Certain things that happen, it'll break people, bro. You gotta peep it. A lot of things out here to break somebody. how you operate, don't show it. And that's what's fucking people up. They're like, I could have sworn they're going back. Like, didn't he go through that? Yo, didn't she go through that? What's going on? It don't add up. That's how you know there's something deep about you, bro. That's why I wouldn't be focused on none of these people, bro, because they really ain't on that. They ain't on that. They just trying to be on something because they want to. Your energy's so high, bro. People think if they try to take you down, and if they do, they're just as powerful, more powerful than you, bro. It's a power trip thing. People won't accept that they're just somebody more powerful than them, bro. They're never going to accept that, so their ego is going to be the size of Texas, trying to stop you and humble you. But really, that's a game they're battling with themselves because they're inadequate. What they feel is feeling less than. You didn't make these people feel less than. That's them doing that. So you can't put it on yourself when it's them doing that. When it's them constantly doing things. Sometimes you just gotta, all right, these people are crazy. Step away. You know, sometimes you go to battle with some fools. Yes, you do. On a spiritual realm, but sometimes it's not even worth dealing with certain people. You know, but if you the type of person you want a clean slate, you don't want you can clear the air anytime, you know. But there's certain people, man, it's not even worth your time, bro. Certain people not even worth your time. So what I'm saying, you just don't want nobody to not feel more themselves in one moment, and then try to get you into a stoop where they at. So that's what I'm saying. These people are operating at low frequencies. You just gotta peep game. Yeah, they're always gonna try to drag you into something. I learned. It took a couple shots, but I learned how to just, bro. You got that, bro. Look, you got that. I'm not even gonna deal with you, bro, because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to bait me. You're trying to bait me into something to where you try to plan it on me like I did. I'm like, nah, bro. It's like it's all peace, man. I want to stay. You're not gonna run up on me. And if you do, I'm gonna be too quick on you, then you're gonna be down. That's just how the game go. But if you on that loud stuff, bro, that ain't gonna bother me. But if you put your hands on me, that's self defense. When they get there, then we pressing. But I'm not finna press nothing. You gotta start swinging at me for me to get you. I'm not just finna get you because of some words, and that's how you gotta be, bro. Cause I don't care if you at a job, bro. They sent something for my divine ones. They sent something because we kind of this video found you, bro. We're aligned in a way where I can tell you a piece if this is a part of your timeline that people can sense that you're gonna take off. And all the things that they did, the people that know you and were hating on you, and the fact that they couldn't take you down, bro, it's eating them up alive, bro. It's guilt mixed with I didn't do a better job, but it's really, bro, when you locked in and when you staying connected to the divine, nothing can happen to you, bro. A lot of people, how they got our family was not tapped into the divine, and they would trust these enemies, and they were never your people. They were family members, they were friends, quote unquote. It was just people that the divine were warning them, but if you're not connected to the divine, you're not gonna know anything. If you're not connected to the divine, you're not going to be able to shift out of a bad upcoming incident, like event. You're not going to be able to sense it. You're just going off of whatever. So that's how they got our people back in the day, though. They can't get us because we peep it. Like, wait a minute. Something off with these motherfuckers. I ain't fucking with them. You know, just that little simple nut will save your goddamn. Just that little bit. Like, man, these niggas fucked up. Excuse my language. These people ain't banging right. They a little off kilter. Like some chickens, they ain't holler right. Get out of here. You feel me? Just them little hundreds and you going off them to save your life, bro. Some of our family members, if they would listen and stay connected, they wouldn't have been past. They would have people wouldn't have been. These ain't my people. You would argue these ain't my people. These are my enemies. Rather than them, oh, that's blood. That's blood. That's that blood that get you taken out of here. Cause I know my uncle, bro. He used to tell his brother everything, and that's what ultimately was used against him. You know, they took everything Uncle Eli told him and used it against him, and he ain't here no more. You know, it's just the same little nudges. Like, you know, somebody ain't right, bro. You better go off of that and don't let nobody try to steer you wrong or nothing, because that saved your life. Being around the wrong people, and then you moving out the right time, that'll save your life. Because you just never want to give people the benefit of the doubt when your internal program telling you, hey, bro, something not right. I can't let you just sit here and act like something okay. You know, our past ancestors could have been drunk all the time, or they just didn't peep that that's what it was, stuff like that. But they passed as a lesson for us to be better in this moment. So, name of the game is to learn from your mistakes, and we're learning that through them in a sense, because they're in us. If you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, you just got certain people out here just trying to, they really trying to stop you, bro, because they're going balls to the wall. But I wouldn't worry about that. They're going balls to the wall right now, though. They're going balls to the wall. They're going to keep trying until they can't try no more. That's when you just got to lock in and move a certain type of way. And if you are called to protect yourself spiritually, then do so. But just to let you know, the only thing that can get in your way is yourself. You ain't got to worry about nobody, but the battle is with yourself, because that's what they're trying to use yourself to attack yourself. You know, so you just really got to be on top of yourself and let nobody control you, and just let that battle be with yourself and staying connected to the divine. That's all you really got to do right now, because you don't put in the you put in the work, bro. You just got to stay patient too. Gotta stay patient. If you're not patient, man, I don't know what to tell you. That's all we got is our patience and our focus. You know, especially when you're not operating in a dark, evil way, and you're not going with the matrix. You're not going with the system. You know it's gonna take a minute, because the system's trying to crash you. You're outside of the system, operating, and you staying in that energy, and you right next to the system. So you know the system gonna try to put their all in and try to take you down. Confirmation. So just peep that. So, but you always break the system. That's why they're trying to break you. When you doing that, because you start to manifest something outside of the system, and that's more stronger than what they made, because what they made is fake, and it's running off recycled energy and a whole bunch of nothing. But when you operate outside of the system, you got this whole power to you they can't handle. So it automatically breaks them. It's like having a GMO tomato connected with the same dirt to a non-GMO, organic. That GMO tomato is going to die next to him. That system, that fake system, is going to perish. The pieces that got to get dissolved will be dissolved. So yeah, they're going to always try to get you not focused and try to break you, so you go back to them, or you face so many hardships, you throw in a towel and you start doing that regular stuff. So y'all understand, but you just gotta understand, bro. It's bigger than you, bro. When you know it's bigger than you, you gotta keep going, bro. It don't things ain't just, oh, it's just that. No, bro. It's something bigger than that. It's a war you in. You in a war that, even if it's just you in that war, that you play a bigger part when you operate a certain type of way. So just you it's better to just keep fighting the fight rather than throwing in the towel, because they're paying so much money to try to get you to give up, to throw in that towel, but you're not allowing it. You're not allowing it. You know, it's something that you gotta make your mind up. That's the path I'm taking, and I'm staying on it. You can't give it up. So all you got is that path. But the key is Don't stop. Don't stop. You got to keep going. Simple as that. Because you got to think you're not operating in that system. That system's right next to you. You know it's watching you. You know it's you know. So it's going to do its best to try to break you and try to take you down before you rise right next to the system. Because that's going to happen. If they can't break you with all they're throwing at, you're going to rise above that system, bro. It's just a matter of time. You already rose it above it, but when it starts to manifest on double the screens, the internal plus the physical, oh man, you already know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen, bro. They can't handle people that aren't in the system that is stronger than it and rose above it. They can't help it. They can't handle it because they invest good money in the system. They invest good traps. They dang near can pay anybody off to cross you. If you think about it, you know, all they got to do is go to one of your people and be like, "Hey man, here's some money. Take this guy out." 9 times out of 10, that person will probably do it, bro. You feel me? When you messing with one of us, oh yeah, they'll easily pay somebody off next to you to try to get you off, bro. So that's why you had to be careful during this time, because there was a lot of that going around. There's a lot of that going around, man. Not everybody can be bought, but the fake ones, the people you should have been around in the first place, they can. They going. They what $5 they going. They already got $5. They always wanted to hear that from somebody and do it. Jealousy runs people's dark actions, the inspirations, it run deep. When that's jealousy there, they're dang near do anything. But yeah, man, the system is right there next to you. Don't forget it. That don't mean you stop doing what you're doing though. You just gotta keep going regardless of what the system got going on. Regardless of what people got going, you gotta stay focused on yourself, bro. Because you're bringing that new piece to the puzzle. This is the old stuff. Let this stuff play out. Go in that new stuff, whatever that new stuff happens to be. And the system can't break it because it didn't make it. The system can break what it made. That's why they make a character in the system, so when they break it, you fall down. Certain jobs and certain titles, they made that. It's their system. It's their system. So when they take it away from you, you're nothing, and they crumble, and then they go in a mess race, a mess hole. There's certain people out here like that. They took everything from it. They made that person, and that person got nothing, and they feel like they're nothing. Swear to God, bro. So by you willing to stand on this path, they can't break you. So remember that. They can't break you even if they wanted to. But yeah, man, I think that's about it, man. Just know nobody gonna be able to stop you, bro. Just stay locked in, stay discerning, keep the right people around you, keep the messed up people away from you. Straight up. If you gotta be closed off during this season for this period, then do that. If you gotta do what you gotta do to protect yourself, But I'm just saying, just gotta keep those weirdos away from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just keep the weirdos away from you. And when to fight with yourself. When to fight with yourself. But that's about it, man. That's your boy. I'm out. Peace.